In this video, we will share the untold stories about the life of Kaley Cuoco while showing you some of her rare photos. Did you know Kaylee was dragged into the acting industry, and there she suffered so many heartbreaks that the actress, at 38, decided never to marry again? But what really happened in Kaley Cuoco's many marriages and divorces? Is it in any way related to why her leg was almost amputated? Let's find out while showing you some of her rare photos. I know it's a little difficult to imagine someone else in the lead female role of The Big Bang Theory if not Kaley Cuoco, but Kaylee lost that role to another actress in the original audition of the series. So why was she chosen? Canadian actress Amanda Walsh was the producer's choice. They all loved her, and truth be told, she had all the qualities they needed for the role. But after the pilot was filmed and released, the test audience rejected Walsh. Kaylee was next in line, and they wouldn't just call her up as Amanda's replacement. The Penny role was rewritten specifically for Cuoco, and the rest is history. Walsh wasn't preferred over Kaylee because she was a better actress, but that was not just it. The Canadian made it to the top of the list because she also had a more solid background than an inexperienced Kaley Cuoco, who didn't even want to act in the first place. Many people believe that Cuoco only lasted this long in the acting game because Big Bang Theory presented strong enough motivation for her to endure. Like Kaylee, her parents were not enthusiastic about the entertainment industry. Her mother was a homemaker, while her father managed a real estate business. This makes it more interesting to discover that Cuoco wasn't the only child of her parents to join the screen business. Her sister, Brianna Cuoco, is an actress and a singer. You might remember her as Batgirl on the 2019 American superhero television series Harley Quinn. Kaylee had her feature film debut in the 1995 action thriller Virtuosity. It is forgettable as the film wasn't as successful as the producers had thought. Her second industry role was in the biographical film Growing Up Brady, where she portrayed former The Brady Bunch star Maureen McCormick. She was desperate for her breakthrough, but while that was delayed, Cuoco continued to feature in small parts in relatively successful movies. 2007 was the year the young actress had been praying for, as a role she thought she had lost to another actress was rewritten specifically for her. Kaylee was cast as Cheesecake Factory employee Penny Teller in the CBS sitcom The Big Bang Theory, and that was how her life changed forever. 3 years into the show, and the actress was reportedly earning $60,000 per episode. By the end of 2010, she and a few other actors took home a paycheck of $200,000 after each episode. And as of August 2014, Cuoco and her co-stars Johnny Galecki and Jim Parsons were paid an estimated $1 million after each episode. This immediately placed Kaley Cuoco on the top of the list of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood. The only person who was making more money than Kaylee at that time was Sofia Vergara of Modern Family. Other notable appearances by the actress include To Be Fat Like Me, The Penthouse, Hop, and The Last Ride. There is so much to remember about The Big Bang Theory, and Kaylee announced a few special events that brought her happiness, and then a few others that threatened her life. Amanda Walsh was not going to be the only attempt to stop Kaylee from being featured in The Big Bang Theory. Several other attacks were going to happen even as she was on the show. This time came with so much trouble that if she was not that lucky, she would not only have lost her role in the sitcom, but her leg was going to be amputated also. Sometime in September 2010, Cuoco, who has always been a horse jumper and competitor, was riding a horse in Los Angeles, and things went out of control. According to Kaylee, the next thing she remembered was that she was on the ground and the horse was trying to jump on her. Luckily for her, it missed her face, but it landed on her left leg. And immediately, Cuoco was rushed to the hospital for treatment. "I didn't feel anything at first," Cuoco said. "Then I looked and I'm like, wow, my foot's facing me. And I was like, that was not normal." The actress describing the horse accident said that she was in shock after she tried to pick up her leg and it dangled. It was so bad that the paramedics needed to cut off her boots, as all of her bones were sticking out. Kaylee could have lost her leg. It was a series of miracles that allowed us to get through that and for her to come out on the other end of that healthy, director Chuck Lorre said. Cuoco, commenting on her surgery, recalled that she was asked to sign something that said, "We don't know until we get in there and see. We don't know until we get in there and see this leg, and it could come out that you don't have it anymore." It was scary, but she's grateful that it never got to that. Another miracle that happened on the day of the surgery was that the actress was lucky to have the best orthopedic surgeons on her case, and they all helped to reduce the spread of the infection as her leg was wide open. According to Kaylee, the doctors acted like she was going to die, but she got out of the hospital 2 weeks after surgery, and a month later, she had her old life back. Cuoco was written out of the show for 2 episodes to ensure a smooth and complete recovery. So this was another failed attempt, as Kaylee continued on the show until its final episode in 2019. Kaley Cuoco's love life would prove to be even more dramatic than her business on the screens. The actress suffered multiple heartaches and divorces as she searched for her one true love. Did she find it? It's almost too early to say. In all, Kaley has been married twice, but she has had over a dozen romantic flings with men inside and outside of the industry. Her first romance was with soap opera actor Thad Luckinbill. She was young and inexperienced, and that might just have been the reason for their split. They dated sometime in 2002, immediately after Kaylee landed her role in 8 Simple Rules. The couple featured on the red carpet just a few months into their relationship, and that was probably the last time we saw them together. On why things just couldn't work out, many people assumed that it had to be their age difference, as Cuoco was only 17 when she met Luckinbill, who was 28. Kaylee would try again after a year with her co-star Kevin Zegers from The Hollow. This still would not last, but unlike her first relationship, Cuoco and Kevin maintained friendship, and they reunited recently at an event for the John Ritter Foundation. The actress has refused to reveal the cause of the breakup, but in an interview, she wouldn't know when she said too much. Kaylee narrated her adventures during her early days in the industry when she dated an actor, and she broke up with him because he was stingy and only tipped the waiter 8%. She was only 19 at the time, and it just had to be Kevin Zegers. The next man on Kaylee's relationship timeline happened to be the luckiest so far, and the actress would hide him so that her fans wouldn't ruin it for her. But it still would not anyway, because Kaylee brags about this romance as the only one where she had no regrets. Right under our noses, Kaley Cuoco started a secret relationship with her Big Bang Theory co-star, Johnny Galecki. Their on-screen chemistry was natural, but nobody expected this much to be happening behind the scenes. Their romance started in 2008 after they broke up with their partners to be together and lasted for almost 2 years. Kaylee, commenting on why they kept their relationship a secret, said, "Galecki was very protective of what the fans would think because we wanted them to want Leonard and Penny together so badly that if they saw us together, it could ruin the fantasy." However, she still expressed her gratitude for how they handled their breakup and still maintained a professional relationship, even though they loved each other a little more than work partners should. Their characters, Penny and Leonard, would go on to get married and start a family towards the end of the series. After Johnny Galecki came American musician Christopher French. Cuoco tried to keep this under the radar, but her secret came to light after her horse incident. According to the popular stories, while Kaylee was resting her fractured leg in the hospital, Christopher would bring his guitar and sing to her. He sang so well that she confessed that his songs helped in her recovery. They were both animal lovers, so they always had a lot to talk about. While their relationship lasted, Kaylee and Christopher recorded a cover of Somewhere Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz as they tried to raise awareness around adoption. They broke up in 2012, but they have continued to be friends. Kaylee was almost lucky this time as she crossed a new threshold in her pursuit for happily ever after. Josh Resnick, an addiction specialist, was the supposed lucky man, but the actress called off the entire show 5 months after saying yes to him. Cuoco refused to say anything about the reason for their split, and Josh himself is not so much of an internet personality. That same month, when Kaylee came public with the news of her split, she was caught on the courtside of a Los Angeles Lakers game kissing and smooching with Brett Bollinger, lead singer and bassist of the rock band Pepper. Kaylee finally got her first marriage with former tennis player Ryan Sweeting. They were hooked up on a blind date, and the actress confessed that things moved very quickly after that, with Ryan moving in with her after their first special evening. They got married after 6 months, and Cuoco regretted it almost immediately. She filed a divorce in 2015, citing irreconcilable differences. But in a closed interview, she revealed that she fell out of love with the sportsman. Kaley Cuoco was the next man in line, and he won Kaylee's heart the moment she found out that he was an animal lover and a horse rider. They met at a horse show in 2018, and it was very much love at first sight. They tied the knot within 2 years, and Cuoco was so sure that it was it this time. 3 years later, she wanted nothing but to stay as far away as she could from Kaley. According to her, while they had a deep love and respect for each other, their union was never meant to be, as they were bad for themselves. Kaley Cuoco is currently dating Ozark actor Tom Pelphrey, and we are all keeping our fingers crossed for her on this one, as they look perfect for each other. The couple met for the first time sometime in April 2022, and 5 months later, they announced that they were expecting a child. Kaley had her first child, Matilda Pelphrey, in March 2023, and with the arrival of their child, everybody thought that marriage was the next step. But the actress was not convinced yet. Cuoco has taken a very strong stance against marriage. She just doesn't see the point anymore. "I will never get married again," the actress said. "I would love to have a long-standing relationship or partnership, but I will never get married again." Maybe Tom would be able to change her mind, but he seems comfortable with Kaley's ideas, and we wish them just the best in their union. You probably never heard of this, but as a child, Kaley Cuoco never wanted to be an actress. She spent her teenage years working on her dream, and life as an actress came in and snatched all of that away from her. As a child, Kaley fantasized about becoming a professional tennis player. She was so good at it that she ranked regionally in Southern California and was selected to represent the state at the national level. However, when she turned 16, she was influenced into the acting industry, as people around her perceived a brighter future for her as an actress. Maybe they were right, maybe not, but Kaley is not letting anyone have a say in what she does again. Even as a top actress, Kaley was never too far from the tennis court, and that was how she met her ex-husband, Ryan Sweeting. Cuoco is also a competitive horseback rider. You would think that the nasty accident was enough reason for her to stay as far as she could from horses, but it drew her even closer. The actress owns and rides a horse named Bojangles. These days, Kaley Cuoco is not as enthusiastic as she was about the screen business, and as many people believe, the industry has left her behind. Either way, she still doesn't in any way regret the life she's living now. As a new mother, Kaley is focused on raising her daughter, and she uses the remainder of her time to invest in her hobbies. It's not very honest to say that we don't miss Kaley Cuoco's magic on screen. We do, and we hope that she returns as her schedule allows her. Kaley Cuoco, now 38 years old, seems to be aging backward. The actress still maintains all of her youthful exuberance. She lives with her family in their mansion in Los Angeles. She has an estimated net worth of $110 million. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other videos of beautiful actresses from the yesteryears on the end screen.